back to go back to your new belief system that is possible. How can you understand that it's possible? Because you already done much of things in your life. So, clap yourself, congratulate yourself for whatever you have done in the past. No matter what happened in all your life, now you're here in this very first special code from a $1 billion company, which now is a baby. And if we're making $1 billion company because we truly believe that it's already done, and we're doing it, of course, we cannot do it without you, then a lot of you guys will reach $1 million commission monthly basis. Okay? The only thing we want you is that you have the same belief system that it already happened. So you just go to your goal, understand that you already make sapphire, or you already make ruby, you already make diamond or blue diamond. To hit the next goal, you just have to do the same feeling, the same frequency, the same vibration, and the same actions that get you to the first goal. Because sometimes we get a little bit distracted. We get a little bit confused. We think that in order to make sapphire, we need to make some things. And in order to get crown diamond, we need to make like extraordinary things. But it's not true. It's just repeated over time. Same thing over time. Remember that success is something that is boring and repetitive. You have to repeat, and it gets boring, okay? But that's how success is built. You just have to understand that it's not easy, but it's simple. Anyone can hit crown diamond. Anyone can hit whatever goal they want in life if they have this supported belief system that is possible for you. So guys, this is a very, very short, tip or information that I want to share with you guys. We'll keep it very, very, very short this time. But honestly, this is one of the things that if you go to Elon Musk or whoever that is changing the world, if you can have, a chat with him or a tea or a coffee, and you ask what does you think is really the difference between you and all the people out there, you that you want to go to Mars and, do the electric cars and this and that and change the world, is because he never hesitated what he wanted to do. He truly believed that whatever he wanted in life, he will make it. He will find the way to make it happen. So here, you don't only have, the belief system in all the corporate and in all the leaders that will help you. We have also the information and the exact path, what you have to do in this call, make some friends, go to your uplines, go to your leaders, to regional leaders, because they know the path exactly. What do you have to do in order to get to your goals? So brothers, sisters, family of Validus, the only thing that I want, to really express to you, and I want you to imprint it now on your heart and on your mind, is that whatever you want to do is 100% possible. So thank you very much. This is just, a little training today, but we're going to do this on a weekly or monthly basis. So thank you very much for this time. Mansoor, thank you also. Thank you all. Love you, brothers, and see you soon. So giving the call back to you, Mansoor. I think Jeremy is also here now.
Yeah, hi. Mansoor, shall I just say, I'll just crack on. Hi to everybody. I hope you're all keeping well wherever you are in the world. I'm normally in Dubai, but I'm just in London at the moment. I'm currently in the green room of a hotel. I'm at the Harbour Club Deal Fest. So the Harbour Club is a community of entrepreneurs that I put together back in 2009. We buy and sell companies. We take companies public. We do lots of deals all around the world. And I work closely with Mansoor on the Crown Wealth Club for your community. The Crown Wealth Club is a really inspirational and fantastic idea because most sales organizations are just obsessed with you generating more revenue for them. And I believe that Mansoor is really passionate about making sure that you guys take care of yourselves and take care of yourselves through your own wealth. You know, traditionally, I think what sales organizations try and do is get everyone to blow their cash as quickly as possible. Go get a Lamborghini, go get a Ferrari, go get a flashy new clothes and all of this stuff, because then you're going to work harder, you're going to drive more sales, you're going to generate more sales for the company. Mansour is really keen that this wealth that you're creating has a positive impact. Now, it's really important to kind of recognize the behavior of wealthy people versus the kind of poor people behavior. Look, poor people buy things, rich people invest, rich people buy income. And I think that's a really important differentiator. You need to look at how you start to deploy this cash that you're receiving. Now, I don't mean you need to live a dull life and you can't buy a Starbucks anymore or any of that kind of nonsense. I think you do have to enjoy yourself. It's what life is. It's what life is all about. But make sure that you're taking care of your future. So there's a few things that you can do straight off the bat that are going to help you. The first one is everything measured improves. If you choose to measure something, that's the thing that tends to get better. It's called the kind of metric that you measure. Now, most people have a plan to become wealthy, but they're not measuring their wealth. So keep a personal balance sheet, figure out where you are and where you're going, and make sure that you contribute to that on a regular basis. The next thing is to habitualize, make a habit out of your wealth. Too many people, want to create wealth, but don't review it on an often enough basis. It's kind of like, you don't get fat from one pizza, but you don't get thin from one salad. It's about having some consistency. So a really good idea is to have a wealth day. So, for example, for me, every Friday is my wealth day. Every Friday, I look at my portfolio. I look at my personal balance sheet. I deploy the capital that I have kicking around in various bank accounts into investable assets that are going to have an impact on my personal balance sheet. So it's important to do that on a habitual basis. And what you'll find is that when you keep doing that little and often, it has a really positive impact in the long term. So make it a habit. Make sure that you're measuring it. The next thing is to diversify. You've got this fantastic income stream that's going to be coming from your network, but make sure that that's not your only income stream. Make sure that you have other streams of income coming in. Now, the best kind of income you can have is passive income. It's the income that comes in while you're sleeping. Now, a lot of people get mistaken about what real passive income is. I think because the term has kind of been hijacked by all of these internet marketing companies and various other people that are trying to sell you stuff. So, for example, a buy-to-let property is not that passive because, you have to fix boilers, you have to find tenants, you have to do things like that. Businesses are not necessarily that passive because marketing changes, things change that you have to go and address on a regular basis in order to make them work. So good examples of passive income would be things like real estate investment trusts. REITs pay a regular income that's linked to property that sits under the trust. There are certain fixed income and mutual funds that you can buy that pay a regular income. There are some option strategies. There are even ETF-based option strategies that you can use to pay yourself an income. A lot of this stuff might seem really alien to you, but this is why Mansour is creating the Crown Wealth Club. It's to try and educate everybody on all these different types of products that are out there and how to build a diversified portfolio that can help you manage your wealth and take yourself forward. So myself, for example, I have a diversified portfolio in many different types of investments, from real estate to crypto to stocks to bonds to shares and many, many other areas. My core business is taking companies public. So I do IPOs and public offerings, and we do acquisitions of companies that we put into those companies. You can Google me, Jeremy Harbour, JeremyHarbour, spelt as in the Harbour Club. You can read all about my exploits some of the time when we have a bit more time. So I don't have much time right now before I need to be back on stage. But one of the companies that we just took public is a company called CMG Clean Tech. It's a clean energy company. It uses battery, solar, and hydrogen technology. One of the founders is an ex Formula One advanced engineering guy, and they have some really cool technology that does off-grid power for things like electric vehicle charging. They're decarbonizing the Saudi Arabian railway system at the moment, all the signal points and all of that stuff. They're putting solar roofs on buildings in the UK and in Germany. They've got some amazing contracts that they're rolling out. That company is listed on the Paris Stock Exchange. It's called the Euronext in Paris. It's got its current valuation is a little over 200 million euros. Shares are currently trading at €7 per share. And the Crown Wealth Club has already invested in that business, and that's those shares are accumulating on behalf of the Crown Wealth Club members. And because it's a company that we took public, we had access to pre-IPO shares. So actually, you bought your shares at €4 a share. We still have an allocation that's allocated to the Crown Wealth Club at €4 a share, and it's already trading at €7 a share. So straight away, it's up more than 50% already. And God, Mansour, I can't remember, when was I speaking to your members? It was maybe 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. My mind's a blur with all the travel, but that 50% appreciation has occurred in the last matter of a few weeks. So, and this is the very beginning of that journey. That company is very acquisitive. It's buying lots more companies right now. And we will, of course, have many other opportunities like that we will present to the Crown Wealth Club that everybody can participate in. Now, normally, you don't get access to pre-IPO deals unless your surname is Goldman or Sachs, in which case you get lots of those kind of deals. But this is a fantastic opportunity to try and help people get involved in some of the stuff that rich people get to play with. So if you're interested in that, reach out to your team leader and ask them how you can get involved in the Crown Wealth Club and get involved in all of that stuff. I really hope you do take care of your wealth and you don't just blow it all up the wall. You see so many people that have, when money comes very fast, it tends to go very fast. You'll see many sports people, many famous people that have made huge amounts of money and then gone bankrupt, like Mike Tyson, too many to mention. Don't be in that camp. You need to educate yourself about wealth. I love the expression that wealth is what you have when they take your money away. You need to make sure that you're armed to look after yourself over the long term. And look, you're in the right place. You've got a fantastic opportunity here to earn money. Just make sure that you end up keeping it. I can hear the little bell ringing outside, which is which means everybody's going back into the room. I need to go and run onto that stage and go talk to them about doing deals, actually, not about wealth. The wealth stuff is tomorrow. I wish you all the best of luck, and I hope you're all having great fun out there. And Mansour, thanks for inviting me along at short notice. And good luck, everyone, and see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey, Jeremy, thank you very much. Really, really appreciate your presence on today's call. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just write a 7 in the chat box if you learned something amazing from Jeremy. I'm just jumping directly into the call. Dr. Paris Daoud, your Chief Network Officer, extremely excited. I'm also in London. Luckily, Jeremy is in London. I am also in London. Mansour is also in London. So potentially we'll be having some great meetings, out here in this beautiful month of April, where a lot of great things are happening in this company. Thank you very much, Jeremy. We're so excited, so happy for the partnership of Crown Wealth Club and your companies and yourself. It's such a blessing to have a gentleman, a successful person leading the way, as part of Validus, part of the Crown Wealth Club. On behalf of this entire network of Validus, I'd like to thank you. And I'd like to thank Mr. Amado Ramirez for a beautiful speech and training that he did at the beginning of today's call. Mansour had some technical issues, so I thought, let me jump in quickly and thank the speakers, thank every single person who actually joined on today's call. You are all leaders, and we consider you as part of the leadership of this company, where we are going to lead this company together. This company is about building communities that can add value to people's life. And Jeremy Harbour is one of those examples in front of you that a few weeks back, let's say last month, we started negotiating the deal and everything, that he liked really the concept and everything of Crown Wealth Club, which Mansour is actually leading, and we're all working on that day and night to make it more interesting for all our members. You can see that the share that we got at $4 has been appreciating to over $7. It is amazing, doubling. So it's quite exciting. We just want all of you to be on the same page as us. Thank you very much for all the trust and for coming and being part of this opportunity, that you're all feeling comfortable to be running a concept which is futuristic, which is long lasting, which is real, which is genuine. Okay, I am going to be addressing a few issues, of course, as usual, because this is part of my job, as a chief network officer for the company. It's very, very important that we run a compliant and ethical and a pure organization system where people feel comfortable, and we do not allow any kind of contamination within the network and all that. So this is very, very important in order for us to reach our first goal, which is going to be $1 billion business, or to attract over 1 million members, which is happening, by the way. By today, I'm going to start with the good news for all of you guys, that we have reached around 75 to 80,000 members, 75, a little bit over 70,000 members today, in the company. So every day we are growing fast. It seems like every call that I do with you guys, there's another 5,000-10,000 members, who are signing up, during this period of time that I come on another call, the following week. So that's been happening, guys. It's over 70,000 members now in Validus officially. So let me start with my points. So the first one is about the maintenance. So congratulations and a big thank you. A big thank to the technical team of Validus, to the software team, that they work day and night. They work very, very hard. They completed now the maintenance of the servers, of the updates of the back office now, which was very important because the members are on the rise. We need to prepare ourselves for millions of people coming to the system. So we needed bigger servers. We did that migration successfully. So congratulations, everyone. That's done already. Thank you very much. The technical team, they did an amazing job. Over the course of the next weeks, there will be many new features and new changes coming to the back office that I will take you guys through that. So that was the maintenance. Now, usually when maintenance takes place, it can cause some inconveniences for you guys. So we really apologize, and we're sorry if it has caused any delays for your payments or any delays for your withdrawals, or if you had people who are purchasing this information packages, that they were subscribing to this information packages that we have, and they had to wait. So I really appreciate for your cooperation. We're making it happen together. We are a team of people, and it's the teamwork that makes the dream work. We all know this, and I really appreciate. So that's happening for good reasons. Okay, in order for us to attract, to deliver a very good service in future, we had to make sure that we have the right piece of technology in place that we have. Okay, we have the best of the best team, which is amazing. Now, the second point I would like to talk about is about the Sharia compliance certification. We already talked about that. So for people that they don't know, our product is a Sharia compliant product. It does not involve any riba or interest, any interest. And plus, people are not investing into Validus. They are simply subscribing. They're simply purchasing an information package that includes education into it, that includes reward system into it, that includes the commission system into it, that includes the leadership calls and leadership tools that we are preparing for every single person, including these kind of Zoom calls and leadership meeting into that, to build a healthy, wealthy society. Okay. Plus, for those of you who are reaching the position of sapphire, which I believe most of you are on sapphire and above, all the sapphires, rubies, emeralds, diamonds, and blue diamonds so far, you guys are already a member of the Crown Wealth Club, which we are very, very proud of. And we want to make sure that this becomes a unique product that helps all our leaders, all our loyal leaders, that they're getting their rewards and they're making sure that this company really stands out and it becomes, the favorite. It becomes the trend in the market, unlike other companies. So we are going to be completely different. The approach is different. It is, based on focusing human being, and simple as that. The number 3 topic that I would like to talk about is about cross-recruiting. We do have a few cases of cross-recruiting, and we received some emails about 3 cases, I think not many, looking at 70,000 members, 3 cases of cross-recruiting. The team is actually reviewing this. The compliance team is very, very focused on this, and we just want to make sure that we take this matter very, very seriously. And guys, let's stop all this. Let's focus in the world. There are over 7 billion people who live in this world, and majority of these people are in need of good concepts such as the Validus. So let's just make sure that we stop malpractices. Let's just make sure that we focus on building our organizations in a healthy, organic way. Validus is growing organically, guys. It is the time, it is the best time that you start from somewhere and you start developing your network. It's happening. We are talking to every single person now as you're working, as you're doing shopping, as you are having your social gatherings. You talk to people, open your mouth, speak about Validus, no hype or anything like that. What is really happening inside Validus? If this information is correctly delivered to the second person, trust me, guys, they love this concept and they welcome you with this concept. I have not come across a single case that somebody has raised questions or they have disagreed with us. Either they got started with the business or they are very positive. They have a positive approach towards this business because they really understand what we are talking about and where we are leading to. Right at the beginning of the company, we have established already everything in a very transparent way that's possible. And all the partnership that we're doing, we're bringing them onto calls for you guys, that you understand that we're not just sitting down. Everybody is busy doing their work. So this is the time for all of us to build an ethical network of people. We do not need to talk to other people's downlines. We need to build relationship. We need to focus on this. By the way, guys, this is part of leadership, that talk about other leaders. Always praise other leaders. We are all inside Validus. We are all part of the same team Validus, okay? To build this new era, this kind of mindset that the newcomers come, we need to talk good. We need to speak good about each other, about all the leaders, okay? If you find out that somebody is already part of Validus in one of the organizations somewhere, try and support them. Still, we should support each other. We should have this mentality and we should spread this kind of awareness that we help and support every single member of Validus. Think that every single person inside Validus is in your own organization. Simple as that. Very simple. In my entire career, that's what I always thought. I always help the cross line, this line, that line. Here, I want you guys to understand, you are part of the Crown Wealth Club for a reason. You are part of the matrix for a reason, because you are benefiting and you are receiving something from the entire work of the entire network. What we do collectively is helping the entire system and every single leader, every single member inside the system. So I don't want to come across these kind of positions and complaints and all that somebody takes somebody else's downline. So please make sure we are very, very serious. And if we see such cases happen, then we have no choice but to terminate those licenses. And for the entire 12 months, you cannot come back to this company. And we have to be serious because this is our baby. And in order for us to have such a growth and build integrity and credibility in the market, it is extremely important that we keep everything clean. So this is very, very important. Let's make it happen together. Now, let's say we are all in a big room, okay? Let's assume that we are in a room setting and temperature is cold outside, okay? And the heater is on. We put the heater on, but then those windows, the door, the window, we need to just make sure that they are closed, yes? If there are any windows open or something else is the door is open, or one side of the room doesn't have a wall, or the ceiling has a hole, let's say, there's a hole in the roof. So do you think we can actually heat this room? Maybe temporarily, but not forever. Do you understand? And it's not going to heat up the way we want this to be heat up. So what we need to make sure is these small issues of cross-recruiting, ethical issues, leadership is very, very important, that we need to teach people on how to become leader, and you need to raise to that kind of level of leadership. Why? Because all these small things matter. We need to keep the doors closed. We need to keep the windows closed. We need to make sure that there's no leak, there's no hole on the ceiling. So this was just an example for you guys to understand that in order to build a business which is going to be in every corner of the world, and it's going to become a multi-billion-dollar business, and in the long run, everybody benefits, not only us guys, everybody else who will be joining this concept. So to pave the way for them, let's all build the foundation, great, and we just make sure that this issue does not arise again, because we really don't like, and we are serious about cross-recruiting matter. I really appreciate your time, and what's going to be coming in the next weeks is going to be amazing, guys. We will be introducing a new wallet. Right now, I know that some payments were delayed. The team is aware of that. There were some technical challenges in the back office and all that, which I believe they're already resolved. Most of it is resolved with this migration, but technical team next week, when they come back on Monday, they will be focusing on doing more upgrades and more work into the back offices. So let's focus, guys. This is now the time for you guys to work with peace of mind. As you heard the advice from Amador, from Jeremy, and now coming from myself, and then we have other speakers coming, Mansoor, we have Mr. Hisham Larich, who will be coming with some, we have the co-founder of the company, Mr. Bilal Ali, who will be coming and preparing their talks, and they will be delivering amazing talks. So please listen to every single speaker attentively. We are going to continue with this kind of Zoom calls, with the leadership calls, as much as possible, to make sure that we build the organization better and bigger. And for the following weeks or following calls, I don't want to give you the dates now. We will be having new speakers. We will have guest speakers. We will also have leaders from amongst you. All these amazing blue diamonds that they hit their ranks. Congratulations! By the way, that only this week actually, we have 2 new blue diamonds. This is such an amazing time now that everybody is working for their ranks, for their positions. This is the time to make it happen, and we're gonna go to 1 million members and $1 billion business. I don't know in what time. In our schedule, it was 2024, but we can clearly see that that's happening a lot faster than that. We are working towards this goal to reach our destination, guys, so we can get started on a very, very large scale. So let's just make sure that we build it properly, we build it together, and we focus on people. We all have a duty and responsibility to deliver the correct message from the company, and that's it. We need to lead by example. We need to lead by exemplary IBOs, that every company look up to you guys, every single member, every person that they look up to you, and they turn around in 1 year time, in 2 years time, in 5 years time, they look at you and at your face, and they say, like, we're really proud of you, congratulations, well done for the decision that you guys took, and you guys made this company become one of the most successful companies out there. So I'm going to sign out now and give it to the next speaker. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for attending today's call. I think the translations, translation feature is working really well. Thank you very much to all the translators who are translating, today's call. Appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys sometime soon in the events which are coming in the month of May and June in your marketplaces. So take care of yourselves, guys. I sign on out. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye. Maybe I'm going to also call on the next speaker to come on board. If Hisham, are you ready? Hisham, are you there? Give us a few seconds.
I'm next.
Oh, Bilal? Hi.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes.
Okay. Let me introduce to you guys Bilal Ali, who is the co-founder of this entire concept. An amazing gentleman that we have a great relationship from our very first company between us. From London, 8 to 9 years. Now that this group of people know each other, and they are so excited and so happy, and we merged. We put hands together. We shook hands together to build this entire concept of Validus in an amazing way. A great gentleman, a charismatic leader of the industry who wants to build, great things in his life. And we are all supporting each other to make sure that this concept becomes a reality, because all our vision is aligned, our goals are aligned. And this guy does not need to be on this call because financially he's already got his freedom at the age of 25. He was already retired, but we are all devoted to this concept. Let's hear it from the best, none other than Bilal Ali. Thank you, Bilal.
Thank you, Doctor. Thanks a lot for the amazing introduction. And I just want to say, wow, a lot of people on the call. These are all sapphires, plus close to 400 sapphires here on the call. Very, very excited to see all of you guys. And so this is the first call that we are doing. Okay, this is the first call that we are doing, and we have all the amazing translators translating this. So, I really want to congratulate everyone for this amazing call. But we're gonna do from now on. We're gonna do these calls regularly, and this is a leadership call. But imagine when we do a call together. Imagine with all the translations that we have. Imagine if all the markets can be on one Zoom call, and we're gonna do that. Since we did the first call and it's working out really good, I think we're gonna do calls together, and we're gonna pack out the Zoom calls like crazy. And I always love doing that as well. So guys, thank you very much for coming on the call. As Doctor said, I'm one of the founding members of the company, along with of course Dr. Mansoor and Sanu, my partner, and Salman. So this is us here in the corporate. Plus we have Amador and Hisham here as well. You heard from Amador, amazing training that he did, and Hisham is coming on next, I think, after me as well. So you're gonna hear from everyone today, and Mansoor will be there after that as well. So guys, what I'm going to speak about, I have a small training that I've prepared. So we're going to do that here. I'm going to load up the slides and we're going to talk about that. But before that, I just want to talk about quickly regarding the updates, because everybody's seen the message a few days ago that we're going to do some upgrades on the system. I'm talking about the back end, the IT, the back office, the back end. So we're going to do some upgrades, and, people won't be able to log in and this and that. And as Doctor spoke about it, of course, there is some inconvenience that comes with it, but it's very, very important. The way we are growing so fast that we have to, of course, upgrade, our servers, the things that go with it, we have to upgrade that, with that momentum as well, because we can't really have, small servers when we are growing so fast. So that last update was a big update, actually. Okay. So basically what we wanted to do was upgrade the servers and have multiple servers, so these so things don't slow down and things like that. So we successfully done that, and some people experience some issues with the funding. I think now it's all sorted as well. I have to say that the whole team has worked day and night to get that done. It just, for us, is like we don't even see what's actually happening. We just think, okay, the website is off, okay, now is on, let's get started. But the work that goes in the background is a lot of work. And I have to say that Salman, one of our partners, one of the co-founders, he's normally the one who's looking after that. And this guy has not slept the whole night yesterday, and I could see him talking to the developers and getting things done. And, I just want to say thank you very much, Salman, from, on behalf of all of us, for getting the work done. And now we are back to normal. And guys, one more thing. I know everybody is asking that, when are we gonna have this issue of payments resolved forever? So when we make payments, sometimes they don't reflect, and then we have to do it manually. And this is not because of the company, guys. So this is one thing that I really want to make clear. It's not because of the company. This is Coin Payment. This is a third party, that we are using, and many other. They are very, very big company and very, very good, credible company as well. So, but they have different rules how they operate their platform. So for example, if you send more or less than required funds, it doesn't reflect, then it goes back, you have to ask for a refund and things like that. But we don't want that even, so we don't even want that slight of a resistance when people are making payments, because we want this system to be flawless, right? And we have very, very soon, we have our own wallet system coming in the company, and what that will mean is that, these things will not happen, that someone has transferred some money and it's not reflecting and they are getting the refund back from the company. Things like that won't happen. So we have our own wallet coming very, very soon, literally in few days of time, I think, and you will hear the news very, very soon on all the official channels that we have from the company. So just a small exciting news for everybody. And now I think I'm going to get started with my training, because I don't want to take a long time. This call, I think we are already more than 1 hour in the call, and we're gonna we have a few more speakers, important speakers there on the call. So I'm gonna do my part very, very quickly, and then we're gonna move on to the next speaker. So guys, I'm gonna ask you guys if you can see the slides. Just confirm in the chat if you guys can see the slides.
Yes, we can see it, bro. We can see it.
Okay, perfect. So guys, I'm gonna get started with the slides. So my topic today, what I wanted to speak about was launching your business. Okay, so launching your business network marketing is very, very important. Because if the business is not properly launched, that you will not do what potentially you could do if it was launched the right way. So I think it's a very, very important topic, and I'm going to speak about that, but I'm going to I've cut the slides very, very short to go through them very, very quickly for everyone, so we don't so it doesn't take that long here. So okay, one second. Okay, so now it's working. Now the importance of the launch. Okay, so as I said, the launch of a business is very, very important. I know we have all the leaders here today on the call, Sapphires and Sapphires Plus here on the call today. So it's very, very important that everybody knows, because once you know that and you can duplicate that in your team as well, of course it works for you, but most importantly, you need to duplicate that in your teams. And if everybody is launching the right way and they have the same mindset, of course, it will mean the business numbers will be different for sure. So the importance of the launch. When the launch of a business is like launch of a plane. Just as an example, just for everybody to understand. A plane, when a plane is on the ground and when it's about to take off, still on the ground but is about to take off, that is when the plane burns the most of its fuel. So over 40% of of the plane's fuel is actually burned while taking off, and the rest of the flight, so if you have even if you have a 15 hours flight, so 40% of the fuel, more than that, is burned straight away while takeoff, and the rest of the 15 hours that you're gonna fly in the air, it's going to be from the rest of the 50 or 60% of the fuel. Okay. And the reason why you have a smooth ride, 10, 15, 16 hours in the air is because you had a good launch, you had a good takeoff. And this is same thing in the business. In business, the launch is the difficult task. That is when your most energy will be consumed. That is when your most focus will be consumed. But once you do a good launch, your rest of the journey in the business becomes smoother. So this is how this works. Now, what does it take? For you to have a good launch. Of course, some people, they have a good launch in the business and you will see them launching good, and then all of a sudden they're making money and they're blowing up ranks, and in their teams, they have momentum and everything, and some people, they don't have that. So what's the difference? Everybody has the same plan, same compensation plan, same company, same thing for everybody. But why are there different results? It's because, some people they sacrifice. Some people, they go through things that others are not willing to go to, and we're going to speak about that today. So what does it take for you to have a good launch? Commitment, it's a very, very important. So if you make a commitment to yourself that I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna make this happen in the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months of time. And this is the goal that I want to achieve. And it's very, very important to set goals. Once you make that commitment, that is when your journey really starts. So it's very, very important to make a commitment, then to sacrifice. Some of us, we are not willing to sacrifice anything, but I have to tell you this, network marketing is probably, the most paid business, if you want to call it. The most millionaires are created. By the way, the statistics say that the most self-made millionaires in the whole world are created from network marketing. So the most self-made millionaires are created from network marketing and not from any other industry, not from Hollywood or from medical or from this and that, from network marketing. Okay. But do you think it's just that easy? Why don't everybody joins network marketing, goes to the top and becomes financially free? Because you have to go through the sacrifices, and some do and some don't. So you have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice your cinema time. You have to sacrifice, your family time. You have to sacrifice your party time, your weekends, that you go out with your friends. You have to sacrifice a lot of things, for you to make it big in this industry. Then it's very important that you negotiate with your friends and family. You let them know, look, guys, I'm launching my business. I'm helping a lot of people launch a business. I'm here to do something big, and for that reason, you will not be seeing me for the next few months. You don't have to tell them that for the next 5 years I'm gonna be disappeared from this planet. No, it doesn't work like this. All you need to tell them is that while you're launching your business, while you're launching your people, just few months of time, you have to tell them that you won't see me as much as you used to see me every day. And this is what you have to do, become coachable. Once again, most of the people in this industry, the mistake that they make is that, they are not coachable, and they think whatever they know, is the right thing to do, and I have to tell you, it can work sometime, but most of the time, guys, it does not work. Only if you made big once, it doesn't mean that you can keep on doing the same thing. I believe that education is very, very important, and the self-development and personal development and personal education is very, very important. And you have to be coachable, always open to learn. I thought I knew a lot of things when we started Validus. I thought I knew a lot of things. I've done good in the past, made a lot of money, so I know everything. But guys, I promise you, I learn new things every day from every person that I speak to. The corporate that we have here, I learn from them every day. So it's very important to be coachable. Daily team calls, this is something, you guys do it, you guys do your own way. Some do daily team calls, some do weekly, some do this, some do that. But I believe that daily team calls are very, very important. Every army, everyone in the army, they have some of their main soldiers. They have their main guys, their main people. So in network marketing, we have the people who are close to us, the ones we started with, the ones we are helping go to the next level so we can go to the next level. It's very, very important you are in communication with them pretty much every day. Stay in phase one. What's phase one? Phase one is that you keep on recruiting, keep on speaking to new people. What happens in network marketing, once you start to make a lot of money or you start to make some money, you think, okay, I don't need to speak to new people. The people in my team are doing it. But don't forget one thing, guys. If you stop being in phase one, if you stop speaking to new people, your team will stop speaking to new people. And when that happens, that's the end of your business. Then if that starts to happen in your organization, that people have stopped speaking to new people and they're only working with the people they have, how are you going to grow your team? So never go out of phase one. Always stay in phase one every day. You have to speak to new people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people. That's up to you. But phase one is very, very important. Read your why. Why did you start network marketing in the first place? Why did you want to do it? Was it for passion? Was it for family? Was it for your kids? Was it for, for your loved ones? Was it for money? Was it for materialistic things, for cars? Or what was it that you started network marketing for? And remember that why. In fact, write it down. My mentor told me, he said, Bilal, what is your, he once asked me, he said, show me your phone. And I showed him my phone, and my phone had my picture on the, on the wallpaper, on the front page. And he said, why do you have your own picture? I said, I just thought it's a nice picture. And he said, instead of this, you need to have your why on that wallpaper. So whenever you open your phone, you read your why, even if you don't want to, but you read your why. And when you start seeing your why every day, you will realize that your motivation will be different every day. So it's very important that you read your why every day. And a push mindset, we all need to have. Persist until something happens. I think most of us have heard that phrase, many, many times in network marketing. That just means that, we can't give up. We can't stop. Only because we don't see results in 5 days, 6 days, 10 days, or 1 month, or 2 or 3 or 6 months doesn't mean we stop. For some people, it can take 1 year. But then after 1 year, so imagine we have the Crown Diamond as the maximum rank. We have some people in the company who are very close to Crown Diamond. They're very close to Crown Diamond, but some people are not close to Crown Diamond. But they start at the same time. But it doesn't mean they're not gonna get there. They will get there 2 months later, 6 months later, 5 months later, 2 years later. Now, even if you get to Crown Diamond few months later, do you not think it's worth it? Of course, it's worth it, So this is why we need to stick to that. So guys, quickly, I'm going to go through the 2x2 system. Okay. And this is something that I love talking about because numbers, I believe in numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I really believe if you know your numbers, you can build any business. It's very, very important. So what numbers can we know or can we learn in network marketing? Okay, in a binary system. So everybody knows we have a binary system. In binary, what do? We have a 2x2 system. So that means, we bring two guys, they bring two people, they bring two. Of course, we just say it, but technically we don't only bring two, we keep on bringing, but it's just 2x2 system. But I'm going to give you an example based on this system. Okay, it's very, very interesting. So let's just say we start today. Even if we have started a few weeks ago, it's fine. But just for example's sake, so you understand the power of numbers in binary. Okay, so let's just say on first week, we brought 4 people. We signed up 4 guys, and we are all leaders here on this call. I believe everybody here is able to bring 4 people or even more people every single day, right? But let's just say we brought in 1 week, we brought only 4, not 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Some are capable of doing even 100 in a week. I'm saying 4. Let's just say we brought 4 people. Okay, now we taught them how to bring 2 each. I'm not saying we tell them how to bring 4 each, because if they bring 4 each, they're crazy numbers. Okay, but I'm giving you an easy task. So we bring 4 people, then we teach them how to bring 2 people each, 2 each. So let's just say next week we have then 8 people. Week 3, if they bring also 2, is 16, then 32, 64. So in 12th week, so in 3 months of time, let's say in 12th week, we have over 8,000 people in our binary system. Over 8,000 people. So very simple calculation. Okay. So everybody can bring 4, right? And everybody can educate the 4 people how to bring 2, not even 4, 2. We can all do that, right? So in 12 weeks, we'll end up with 8,000 something people. Okay. So here's how the calculation goes. If everybody average buys a $500 package, okay, all the 8,000 members, of course, we're going to weigh more. Not everybody's going to bring 2 people, will bring more, this and that. But I'm just talking about a perfect calculation, just a scenario here. If everybody goes with an average of $500, but I think the average in our company probably is more than that, but let's just say average $500. The billing that you will see in your organization would be close to $4 million. Okay, and let's just say half of those people are on your one side, half on the other side. Okay, let's just say you're building both organization, which is, which we have to do in binary system anyways. So let's just say half on one side, half on one side. That is $2 million on each side. So what is 10%, which is the binary? What is 10% of $2 million? That's $200,000. $200,000, right? So $200,000 just by doing this, just by knowing this small calculation, and just by doing this, $200,000, guys, in a traditional business or in a traditional job, how much money do we make even in 2 or 3 or 4 years of time? Way less than that, okay? But I'm saying, what if we only achieve half of that? Is $100,000. Quarter of that is $50,000. Okay, so guys, I'm going to run through the presentation now quickly from here onward. We are all leaders, we can all understand that, because I know I'm running very, very late on time. So because we spoke, quite a bit in the beginning. So how can we get the momentum, guys? Okay, and here is the answer to this question. Very simple. Recruiting is the answer. Recruiting. Okay, so people ask me, why do they have momentum? Why don't I have momentum? Why do they and not them have momentum? Very simple. People who are recruiting, they have the momentum. And this is why I say phase 1 is very, very important, and we cannot stop recruiting. Okay. Remember your why. We just spoke about it, guys. Whenever things get difficult, you have to remember your why. Why did you start that in the first place? And don't forget, this is a process. Okay, remind yourself that this is a process. It's not going to be easy for everyone. For some, it's easy for no one, but for some it seems easy. Or that team, they're already making that much money, but because they are gone through all of these sacrifices already, and probably they are doing much more than you even think. So remind yourself it's a process. It's not going to be an easy ride for everybody, but if we keep persistent, if we keep on doing this, we're all going to get there one time. And promise you, we have done that over and over again, and we have seen people doing it over and over again. Once you do all of that, once you go through the roller coaster, the ups and downs, the difficult, the sacrifices, the everything, I promise you it's going to be so worth it, that you're not going to find this value anywhere else in any other business that you're going to find in Validus or in network marketing. Okay. And on that note, guys, I just want to say thank you very much. I will see you guys. I'll see all of you guys at the top. I know we have all the amazing leadership here on the call today, Sapphires, plus you guys have done an amazing job so far, but this is just the beginning. We should be doing this call in 1 or 2 years from now, and we should have that many crown diamonds here on the call. Okay, so who here wants to, if you want to go crown diamond, and if you will go crown diamond, type 1 in the chat box. Type 1. Let's see how many of your people are still active and how many of your people want to go crown diamond with everybody else here in this company. Type 1 if you want to go, if you will go crown diamond, not if you want to go, but if you will go crown diamond, type 1, guys. See a lot of messages now dropping here. So very, very excited. I'm very, very excited to see you guys excited like that. So I just want to say thank you very, very much for being on this call, for having me. And I just want to hand it back over to the host now, because it's been quite some time. So Mansoor, are you here, brother? Oh, who is?
Yes, bro.
Okay, thank you, bro. So it's over to you, okay?
Super. Thank you so much,
See you next time.
Mr. Bilal, Dr. Faris Dawood, Amadou Ramirez, and of course our special guest of honor, Mr. Jeremy Arbor. So, yes, guys, how was that? Incredible, huh? So first of all, we need to give the translators a little bit room to breathe. I know you guys have just been going non-stop, back to back. I was listening to some of the channels. I think the quality is amazing, but really a big prop to all of you. Okay, Bilal, is it possible you stop sharing the screen? Thank you, bro. Okay, so now the next person that's going to speak, and I know this is a long call, but listen, this is a leadership call. We're not doing a weekly presentation. It's a leadership call. So you got to be ready for it, If anyone's tired, please leave the room, because you shouldn't get tired right now. This should be the time where you get more and more energy right now. So, let's really understand how incredible this is. I want to give a big thanks to the translators. Just put a big T in the chat box. Everyone, the entire call, 357 people. I want to see a T in the chat box to give it back and thank these translators for doing an incredible job. They don't get paid for this. They're here to help and add value, and all of you are benefiting from it. So thank you so much to every single one of you. Okay, so I'm just going to have to now change the translating a little bit, because the next speaker is actually going to be speaking in French. And the only translation we're going to have is from French to English. So the next 10, 15 minutes, only French and English will be available, because the main speaker will be speaking in French and the translation will be in English. So everyone just join the French interpretation to listen to the English translation. And I asked Mr. Moura to fix that, to sort that out. Instead of speaking English, you're going to be speaking French. All right. So that's that. So let's get ready for the next speaker. And just so you guys know, after this, after Hisham speaking, then I will come on and we'll do some training, and then we will close off the call. So let's get ready for the next speaker, an incredible person. By the way, sorry about before. Sorry everyone about before. My video and audio for some reason wouldn't work. But this next speaker is incredible. He is someone who has literally led with a blazing trail of fire in the industry, in this company, really, really making a name for himself, his team, the fantastic leaders he's got around him, but also at the same time helping us develop the French market more and more. Someone I really call a friend and a brother, who has, really proven his leadership, but not just that, his ethics and everything speak for themselves. So let's get to the call. Mr. Hisham Larrage, are you there, my brother?
Thank you, Mansour. La première chose que j'aimerais faire, ce serait de vraiment féliciter tous les interprètes et tous les traducteurs, mais parce qu'ils font un travail magnifique. Depuis tout à l'heure, j'écoute que ce soit Daniel, que ce soit In, que ce soit Mourad, mais que ce soit le rugby, mais du Vietnam. Franchement, c'est une translation, une traduction parfaite, et vraiment félicitations à eux et bravo à eux. Vraiment. Les personnes aussi que j'aimerais remercier, mais c'est les fondateurs de cette belle et énorme société qui s'appelle Validus, qui est en train de faire des choses exceptionnelles. Et aujourd'hui, je suis vraiment fier d'être sur cette call, faire partie de ce noyau collectif, parce que c'est vrai qu'aujourd'hui, c'est les premiers saphirs, c'est le premier noyau de saphir, c'est la première call saphir. Et je pourrais dire, dans 2, 3, 5, 10 ans, j'étais dans cette première call saphir. Et donc, la première chose que j'aimerais faire, c'est vraiment vous féliciter tous les saphirs. Aujourd'hui, saphir, c'est la première position vers la liberté financière. Et j'aime bien dire qu'un crown diamant, c'est un saphir qui a jamais lâché, qui a persévéré. Il faut savoir, dans la vie, un gagnant ne lâche jamais rien et un lâcheur ne gagne jamais rien. Et saphir, aujourd'hui, c'est une position, mais c'est aussi une responsabilité, c'est un rôle. Et le plus important aujourd'hui, c'est vraiment de comprendre le rôle et la responsabilité de cette position-là. Et surtout, avoir un plan et garder son focus pour avoir du succès. Et ça va être le thème de ma formation aujourd'hui. Je voulais parler du succès. Hier soir, j'en parlais avec Mansour. J'avais préparé une autre formation. Et là, je vais parler du succès parce que pour moi, c'est un mot que je vais essayer de clarifier parce que ça signifie pas la même chose pour tout le monde. La définition de ce mot dépend de notre situation et ce qui attire notre attention à certains moments de notre vie. Par exemple, le succès, lorsqu'on est petit, c'est de recevoir de l'argent de poche. Pour la première fois, c'est de rester debout après l'heure du coucher. Et c'est vrai que quand tu arrives à 10, 15 ans, ça n'a plus d'intérêt de se coucher plus tard. Le succès, quand tu as 10, 15 ans, c'est avoir sa propre chambre, avoir la permission de sortir, d'être avec la plus belle au collège, d'aller en soirée. Et quand tu as la vingtaine, ce qui est bien, c'est d'avoir son premier appartement, c'est d'avoir sa première voiture, c'est d'avoir son permis, c'est d'avoir son premier diplôme. Ça, c'est avoir du succès. Et plus tard, avoir du succès, c'est se marier, avoir des enfants, acheter sa première maison, et ainsi de suite. Et la définition du succès, elle se transforme au fur et à mesure de la vie. Et aujourd'hui, il faut comprendre qu'il est possible d'avoir du succès dans tous les domaines de la vie, dans tous les domaines, que ce soit le financier, que ce soit familial, que ce soit social, physique. Peu importe le domaine, les choses les plus importantes à savoir sur le succès, c'est d'en avoir. C'est d'en avoir. Et surtout de comprendre que le succès, c'est important. Ok ? Le succès, c'est un devoir. Prenez des notes parce que vraiment, ce que je vous dis, c'est mes 11 ans de marketing de réseau et vraiment, je me livre à vous et je vous partage vraiment les petites clés qui ont fait que j'ai eu la carrière que j'ai eue. Donc, 3 choses qui sont importantes dans le succès, c'est que le succès est important, le succès, c'est un devoir, et le succès n'est jamais, jamais, jamais en pénurie. Et vous devez jamais réduire le succès dans votre esprit à quelque chose qui n'a pas d'importance. Au contraire, ça doit être quelque chose de vital. Le succès nous procure un sentiment de confiance, nous procure un sentiment de sécurité et surtout de confort. Et surtout, ça nous donne la capacité de devenir un modèle de leadership pour les autres. Un modèle. C'est très important d'être un modèle parce que si personne n'avait du succès, si vous n'avez pas de succès, si votre équipe n'a pas de succès, si votre entreprise n'a pas de succès, ben on va arrêter de prospérer. Vous allez arrêter de grandir. Pensez toujours au succès en termes d'expansion. Toujours, toujours, toujours. Moi, j'ai toujours été comme ça. Je suis en perpétuelle évolution et toujours, j'essaie de m'améliorer et toujours, j'essaie d'avoir de l'expansion. Sans une croissance continue, un peuple, une entreprise ou un rêve, tout cesserait d'exister. Tout. Même si certaines personnes vous diront, le succès, il n'y a pas que ça dans la vie. Ok, parce que souvent, moi, j'entends, Hicham, il n'y a pas que le succès dans la vie. C'est pas tout, mais dans la vie. Moi, je suis d'accord. Ok, je suis d'accord, mais il n'y a pas de problème. C'est pas tout dans la vie. Et pourtant, je me demande toujours où les gens veulent en venir en me disant ça. Où les gens veulent en venir en me disant, Hicham, il n'y a pas que le succès dans la vie. Et sans être hautain, quand quelqu'un me dit cela, ben je le regarde et dans ma tête, je me dis, est-ce qu'il essaie de me dire quelque chose? Est-ce que tu essaies de diminuer l'importance de quelque chose que tu n'arrives pas à atteindre? Je me dis souvent ça. Quand une personne, elle vient me dire, Hicham, il n'y a pas que le succès dans la vie, il n'y a pas que la réussite. Dans ma tête, je me dis, est-ce qu'il essaie de diminuer l'importance de quelque chose qu'il n'arrive pas à atteindre? Mais pour être sérieux, quels que soient les objectifs que vous tentez d'atteindre, le succès est absolument essentiel. Si vous abandonnez un projet, si vous arrêtez de travailler pour votre succès, alors vous arrêtez de gagner. Vous arrêtez de gagner. Et si vous arrêtez de gagner pendant quelques temps, vous allez abandonner. Vous allez baisser les bras. Et dans le marketing de réseau, j'aime bien dire, il n'y a pas d'échec. Il n'y a pas d'échec. Il y a des personnes qui persévèrent et il y a des personnes qui abandonnent. J'ai jamais connu une personne qui est venue me dire, Hicham, moi, je suis en échec. Moi, j'ai pas réussi, mais dans le marketing de réseau. Non. Dans le marketing de réseau, vous avez 2 choix. Il y a des personnes qui vont persévérer et il y a des personnes qui vont abandonner. Et au début, j'ai aussi dit que le succès, c'était un devoir. Je le pense sincèrement au plus profond de moi-même que oui, le succès est un devoir. L'un des grands tournants de ma vie est survenu lorsque j'ai cessé d'attendre que le succès arrive par hasard et comprendre qu'au contraire, c'était un devoir, une obligation, une responsabilité et me dire que c'est un devoir envers ma famille et surtout envers mon avenir et arrêter d'attendre que quelque chose qui pourrait m'arriver ou non. Pendant mes 20 premières années de ma vie, j'ai reçu une bonne éducation, mais de la part de mes parents qui devaient me préparer au monde des adultes. Mais pas un moment, ils m'ont préparé sur la réussite. Personne ne m'a jamais parlé de l'importance de la réussite et encore moins de ce que je devais faire pour en avoir. Et moi, je viens d'une toute petite ville et dans ma campagne, la plupart des gens parlent du succès comme quelque chose qui arrive uniquement aux autres et considèrent le succès comme une option. Et l'une des principales raisons pour que les gens réussissent, c'est que le succès n'est pas une option. Le succès n'est pas une option. Le succès est une responsabilité. Et les gens qui ne réussissent pas dans leur vie, ben, c'est des personnes qui ne vont pas prendre conscience de leur plein potentiel. Et là, maintenant, j'aimerais que vous vous posiez une question, une seule question. Est-ce que vous exploitez votre propre potentiel, votre plein potentiel? Est-ce que vous l'exploitez? Est-ce qu'à un moment donné, vous vous posez et vous vous dites, est-ce que là, je suis à fond? Est-ce que là, je suis au max? Est-ce que j'utilise toutes mes qualités? Est-ce que j'utilise toutes mes compétences? C'est important de faire l'état des lieux de son potentiel, car c'est votre devoir. Votre devoir va être d'être à la hauteur de votre potentiel. Et c'est ce qui va vous emmener au succès et vous tirer vers le haut. Et si vous n'abordez pas le succès comme une obligation ou une mission du genre ça passe ou ça casse ou quelque chose comme ça, eh bien, vous allez voir que pendant le reste de votre vie, vous allez vous trouver des excuses. Vous allez vous trouver des excuses pour expliquer pourquoi vous n'avez pas réussi. Et c'est ce qui arrive quand on considère le succès comme une alternative plutôt qu'une obligation. Et chez moi, on considère que le succès est vital pour la survie de ma famille. Je ne parle pas seulement de réussite en termes d'argent, en termes monétaires, mais dans tous les domaines de ma vie, avec mes enfants, dans ma santé, religion, dans mes dons, aux associations. Il faut toujours que je sois au top et que je donne du succès. Il faut aborder la notion de réussite de la même façon que des bons parents abordent leurs devoirs envers leurs enfants. Aujourd'hui, c'est un honneur d'être parent. C'est une obligation d'être un bon parent. Et c'est une priorité d'être un bon papa, une bonne maman. Les bons parents, ils feront toujours tout pour bien s'occuper de leurs enfants. Ils se lèvent au milieu de la nuit, ils donnent le biberon, ils travaillent dur, pour bien habiller leurs enfants, pour nourrir leurs enfants, et ils se battront coûte que coûte pour protéger leurs enfants. Et je vous garantis que lorsque vous commencez à considérer le succès comme une question de responsabilité et d'obligation, tout le reste va suivre, mes amis. Tout le reste. Moi, j'aime bien rigoler avec Mansour parce que on est des compétiteurs et à chaque fois, on parle de compétition pour mettre la barre de plus en plus haute, Avec Amador, pareil. Avec Bilal, pareil. À chaque fois qu'on parle, on est toujours en compétition. J'aime beaucoup aussi, mais les Anglais, que ce soit Daniel Islam, que ce soit Umar Khan, on est toujours en compétition parce qu'on veut mettre la barre haute. Avec Hakim, avec Alexis qui viennent de passer la position de Blue Diamant en 5 semaines, ce qui est vraiment incroyable. Je les connais personnellement. C'est 2 gros leaders qui mettent toujours la barre de plus en plus haute, de plus en plus haute. Et c'est pour ça que je vais même aller plus loin. Si vous êtes capable d'atteindre vos objectifs à plusieurs reprises, réussir devient une habitude, quelque chose au quotidien. Vous allez prendre l'habitude de réussir. Et certains prétendent que les gens qui réussissent possèdent une étrange magie ou des secrets ou quoi. C'est faux, mes amis. La seule chose qu'ils ont, c'est un mindset où ils se disent que le succès est une obligation. Limite, le succès est un droit. Et ils vont chercher ce droit-là. J'ai aussi parlé du succès à un moment donné que j'ai dit à un moment que le succès n'était pas en pénurie. Ok ? Je dis ça, mais parce que souvent on me dit ouais, mais il n'y a que lui qui réussit, il n'y a que lui. J'ai dit que le succès n'a pas de pénurie parce que le succès n'est pas un produit. Le succès n'a pas de rupture de stock. Vous êtes capable de réussir autant que vous le voulez. Et malheureusement, la plupart des gens considèrent le succès comme une rareté. Ils ont tendance à penser que si une personne réussit, ça veut dire qu'une autre personne va perdre. Et ça, il faut retirer ça de vos têtes. Le succès, c'est pas une loterie, c'est pas une course de chevaux, c'est pas un jeu de cartes. Il n'y a pas toujours un seul gagnant. Non, c'est pas le cas. Le succès, c'est pas un jeu avec un seul gagnant. Il est possible qu'il y ait plusieurs personnes qui gagnent et plusieurs personnes qui gagnent en même temps. Le succès n'est pas une ressource dont les réserves sont limitées. Il n'y aura jamais de pénurie, mes amis. Jamais de pénurie dans le succès parce que il est créé par des personnes qui sont déterminées. Il est créé par des personnes qui sont persévérantes. Il est créé par des personnes qui n'ont aucune limite. Et si vous remarquez, je parle du succès comme quelque chose qui a été créé et non quelque chose qui a été acquis. Parce que le succès n'est pas une garantie, mais le travail, oui. Le travail est une garantie. Et pour dépasser le mythe de la pénurie, vous devez apprendre à voir dans la réalisation des autres. Quand je vois le petit Abdel qui a 21 ans, qui a fait la position diamant en 1 mois, quand je vois Issa Bakayoko qui a fait sa position de diamant en 1 mois aussi, quand je vois tous ces leaders qui sont en train d'exploser, quand je vois Monsieur Adderley, Stéphane Plante qui sont sur les marchés canadiens, sur les marchés en Amérique du Sud, qui sont en train de faire des choses incroyables. En 5 semaines, depuis notre démarrage le 1er mars, on a rentré plus de 6 millions, notre premier mois. Et ça, c'est à une seule chose, notre état d'esprit. Notre état d'esprit qui dit le succès n'a pas de pénurie. Et moi, je vous garantis, mes amis, je sais qu'il y a d'autres leaders avec qui je parle, d'autres équipes. Quand je vois Daniel Islam, ce qu'il est en train de faire en Angleterre est juste incroyable, mes amis. Quand je vois Monsieur Fares au Maroc qui est en train d'exploser les compteurs, qui a des équipes, c'est vraiment incroyable ce qui est en train de se passer avec la société Validus. Et tous ces leaders-là, ils ont un point commun, c'est que dans leur mindset, dans leur tête, le succès n'a pas de pénurie, mes amis. Le succès n'a pas de pénurie. Et vous devez dépasser le mythe de la pénurie. Vous devez apprendre à voir dans les réalisations des autres. Et le succès n'est pas une quantité limitée. Et ça ne concerne pas juste un petit groupe. Aujourd'hui, on démarre tous cette nouvelle opportunité. Les cartes sont lancées. Les cartes sont lancées. Et vous et moi, on peut réussir autant qu'on le veut. Autant qu'on le veut. Dès que vous commencerez à penser que les gains de quelqu'un d'autre représentent une perte pour vous, ça peut pas le faire. Quand une personne pense, oui, mais lui, il est passé diamant, bah alors je peux pas passer diamant, ça peut pas le faire. Aujourd'hui, vous devez vous dire qu'il y a du succès pour tout le monde. Il y a à manger pour tout le monde. Et c'est le moment où vous devez discipliner votre esprit pour voir que dans chaque succès, c'est une occasion de réussir encore davantage. Et rappelez-vous toujours que réussir, ça doit être un devoir pour vous. Ça doit être un devoir. Après cette call, vous devez penser autrement et prendre les choses en main et assumer vos nouvelles responsabilités. Parce que comme je l'ai dit en début de call, être saphir, c'est une position, mais c'est un rôle aussi. Et c'est une responsabilité. Et c'est pour ça que je vous dis, vous devez prendre vos responsabilités en vous disant une seule chose. La seule cause de tout ce qui se produit dans vos vies, même des choses que vous n'avez pas considérées jusqu'ici, même des choses que vous avez qui sont hors de contrôle, dépendent uniquement de vous. Uniquement de vous et de votre responsabilité. Ne pensez pas que les choses qui vous arrivent ou qui vous arrivent pas sont quelque chose que vous avez fait ou pas fait. Aujourd'hui, vous devez prendre conscience que tout ce que vous allez mettre en place, aujourd'hui, vous allez peut-être pas voir le fruit de vos actions demain ou après-demain, mais je vous garantis, mes amis, que votre travail, le fruit de votre travail, vous allez le voir dans les prochains mois, dans les prochaines années. Et c'est pour ça que je parle toujours de persévérance. Si vous voyez un succès à court terme, vous allez voir un tout petit peu, mais vraiment un tout petit peu, le fruit de votre travail. Mais si vous persévérez et vous restez avec nous 2, 3, 4, 5 ans, vous allez vous apercevoir, mes amis, que ce que vous êtes en train de faire aujourd'hui, va vous payer les 5 prochaines années. Ne pensez jamais que les choses vous arrivent, mais plutôt qu'elles arrivent à cause de quelque chose que vous avez fait ou que vous n'avez pas fait. Et si vous êtes prêt à vous attribuer le mérite quand vous gagnez, vous devez aussi accepter votre responsabilité lorsque vous allez vivre de grandes choses ou peut-être de moyennes choses à court terme, mais de grandes choses à court terme. Et le conseil que je peux vous donner, c'est d'augmenter votre niveau de responsabilité. Cela va vous faire grandir vos capacités de réussir et surtout, ça va vous donner beaucoup, beaucoup, beaucoup plus de succès. Voilà, j'aurais aimé parler beaucoup plus. Moi, je suis vraiment une machine à parler. J'avais que 15 minutes, mais sachez, mes amis, aujourd'hui que ce qu'on est en train de vivre avec Validus est vraiment quelque chose d'incroyable. Et la dernière des choses que j'aimerais faire, c'est vraiment remercier les fondateurs qui sont en train de mettre une opportunité à un timing vraiment parfait, une opportunité qui est vraiment puissante, qui est en train de faire la différence. Et comme j'aime le dire, chaque vérité traverse 3 étapes. La première étape, c'est qu'on est ridicule. La deuxième, c'est qu'on est dangereux. Et la troisième, on va être une évidence dans quelques mois. Je vous garantis, mes amis, ce qui est en train d'arriver, je peux pas en parler, mais vraiment, ça va être quelque chose de très puissant, quelque chose de très, très fort. Et je vous garantis que les fondateurs de Validus mettent une opportunité en place pour vraiment qu'on soit en sécurité dans les 5-10 prochaines années, nous, nos familles et toutes les générations à venir. Je vous embrasse à tous. Je vous dis à bientôt, mes amis. Je te repasse la main, Mansour. Thank you for all. Et puis, je vous dis à bientôt, mes amis. Merci.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Hisham. Wow, amazing. Incredible. So we heard from different speakers, guys. And right now we are at the stage where I want to share with you guys some final nuggets, and then we're going to close up the call. So all the translation channels go back to normal. Let me just unmute also the translators. Okay, the rest are unmuted. Okay, Daniel and Marenko, I asked you guys to unmute, so you can get started. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, we had incredible speakers here today. You know, we had different people. And now what I want to do is just close on a few notes. I also have some slides for you guys. And one thing I'll tell you is, you know, we do this and everyone said that this is a historic leadership training, and it is. And I believe that we will remember this for a very, very, very long time. But at the same time, what you have to understand is when, like me personally, when I speak to the leadership, when I want to bring over a message to people, especially people who I expect to be at the highest caliber, you know, every single one of you, when I look at you and I expect you to deliver at the highest caliber, I expect you to be the best of the best, we speak in a different tone. You know, we don't speak right now. You see, every single speaker, they don't speak like they speak in the presentations. This is not because, you know, we are different people here and there. This is because every single one of you, we expect you to be the absolute best of the best. And there is a natural filtration in process in all network marketing companies. And this filtration, you know, it filters the really credible, able, capable, smart, intelligent leaders from the fake ones. You know, it doesn't mean that everyone who makes money is necessarily a leader. When we speak about the network marketing industry, this is an industry where if you want the high level of success, if you want to make the big bucks, okay, 1 second. Mute. Okay. So Vietnam and Arabic interpreters were muted. I asked you guys to unmute. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So if you want to make the big money here, you always have to focus on, you know, the level of leadership that you display. Okay. So I also have some slides. I just want to quickly go through them. They're very, very basic. But I really want to close this off in a way where you guys have some real sense of direction of what to do from here onwards, okay? I think you can see my screen now? Yeah, you can. Okay, so let's get started right here. Okay, so the first thing I want to speak about is a concept that was explained to me many years ago, right? And this concept is about the seed of the oak tree. Now, if you look at the oak tree is a massive tree. It's very, very big. It's maybe 5-6 times, you know, my size or the average human size. It's huge, massive oak trees. But just imagine this, right? And I want everyone to understand this. So I'm going to speak, you know, very, very clearly for the translation as well. Imagine if you put the seed of an oak tree in a flower pot. Do you think that that oak tree will ever be able to reach its potential? Right? And there is nothing wrong with the seed. There is nothing wrong with what you put in there. You know, the seed itself is not at fault, but the seed got restricted by its environment. It got restricted by the things around it. It got restricted by that flower pot. Now, I want you to ask yourself, as leaders, as people who are leading other people, who other people come, they look at, they see them, they believe in them, and they make a decision. You know? What is your flower pot? Because every single one of you have the potential to grow, have the potential to be huge, have the potential to go and do something magnificent for yourselves, for your families, for the people around you. But what is those factors around you? What is holding you back from growing? Have you and a lot of the times this flower pot is not something physical out there. A lot of the times it is something in here. A lot of the times this flower pot is your mental restriction on your own capabilities, right? So just think to yourself, are you holding yourself back? Are you doing something, and this is very, very important to identify, because maybe you've achieved a small level of success so far, but maybe you're not moving forward because of this reason. Maybe it's because you have an issue with believing in yourself, this self-confidence issue. Maybe it's an issue of believing in the company, in the concept, all of these things. So don't let yourself be restricted when you have that incredible potential inside of you. Okay? So that's the very first thing. And from that onwards, here's what I want you to ask. Here's what I want to ask you, and I want you to ask yourself. How big would you dream? How crazy would you let your visions be if you knew that you couldn't fail? If the option of failure was not there, if there is no way that you can fail, possibly, how big would you really dream? We have a platform here that is limitless in its potential, that has no limits on what you can do with it. Yes, there is a weekly cap, but then you can go and, build another line. You can open another position. You can have multiple income positions. So in reality, there is very, very, crazy amounts of possibilities for you to do something here. And maybe some of you never had such a platform before, or if you did, you never took the most advantage from it, And myself and the speakers on this call, we have been on these platforms. We have taken advantage of them in the past. We know what it takes. And I can speak for everyone here that when we start journeys, when we started companies, the option for failure never registered in our heads. We only see the potential for how big we can grow, and then we don't care what it takes. We go at it, and even if we don't get to that goal that we have in here, we will get very, very, very close. And that's still better than aiming small. Remember this, it is worse for you. It is worse for you to aim low and hit your targets than to aim high and miss. Because when you aim high, when you don't think about failure, when you set a big goal for yourself, even if you don't reach that goal, you will become obsessed about it, and you will get much, much further than when you limit yourself. So the first thing that you need to understand before we go into the, whatever you need to do to hit a position and these incredible trainings and all of this, is that you need to unlock the locks that you have built for yourself mentally. And I don't care what position you're at. Everyone has some form of locks in here. And you need to actively work on that. And you need to actively work on that together with, your team, your leaders, your upline. Like, for example, we had Jeremy Harbour today on the call. He says, I have a wealth day. So every single week, right? And this guy who's worth hundreds of millions of pounds, right? Every single week, he has a day on which he goes and he says, where is my investments? Where is my stock? What have I done? How do I reallocate this? He does all his financials on that day. It's a wealth day for him, right? Now, I can vouch for most people on this call that we don't have such days. Yeah? Networkers, they don't do wealth days. They just know on Thursdays they make the binary and on Fridays they spend the binary, right? That's how networkers operate. You need to change that. But just like, he has a wealth day on his system, you also need to have a day on which you get together, you sit down with the inner circle and you plan and you make sure where is your organization standing? What are your goals? Where are you going to head from here? Right? You guys hit a position, amazing. When are you hitting the next position? What is the systematic way to do so? Right? So to get to the diamond position, right? To get to the diamond position, when you need to put yourself in the right state of mind. You need to get rid of any flower pots. You need to get rid of ideas of failure. And not just that, you need to know exactly the compensation plan inside out. It is shocking to me how many leaders in the system don't know the comp plan. It is not complicated, right? If I told you I would pay you $1 million to learn the compensation plan inside out, everyone would go and do it. Well, listen, you can make $1 million by learning the comp plan inside out. So don't lack in that. Sit down and make sure you know everything about the compensation plan. And once you have done that, you find a system that duplicates. You find a system that is easy to move over to every single person. So everyone who joins your organization can follow the exact same system. And only then can you build an actual business. Until you build a distributorship that can be at most likened to like a shop or a franchise, right? But you haven't built a proper business because you're the only one that does everything. Now, you may be a great leader. You need to find people exactly like yourself and train them and put them in the system. So it is not about only what works. Maybe something makes you money, but it's about what duplicates. Only then can you go to the next level. Only then can you really reach the big positions, because you cannot be there for every single person, right? Imagine if I today had to do all the presentations in the business. You know, the whole business I do, it doesn't make sense. So you need people to present. And imagine then I had to do all the training. It doesn't. So everything has to duplicate. You need to find people who are as capable as you or more capable than you. If you find people that are better than you and they come and you guys unite on a vision, that is one of the most powerful things you can do in network marketing. So find a system not only that works, that duplicates. Duplication is the key to everything, right? You always have to duplicate. Once you learn something, you go to the next step. And if you want to reach, you know, who was, I believe it was Bilal. Bilal said it in the trainings in Dubai, for those of you who were there, the Sapphire and the Ruby retreats. He said that to hit the crown diamond position, you need 800 sapphires or so, right? That whole system is based on duplication. You just hit sapphire, you duplicate it, right? So everything has to be duplicated. The way you do events, the way you speak, the way you pitch, the way you answer questions, the way you handle objections. You know, today a lot of people, I was on a call the other day with a very big leaders with Emeralds, and I was handling some objections of some of their people, you know, and they had no idea of the things that I was saying. They didn't have any clue of how to reply to certain things. And I had to do a separate training for them just to tell them, look, when people say this is what you need to do. So I know we are in the beginning of the company, but duplication is super, super important. Anything you don't know, anything that you don't know, you ask. Never, ever be afraid to ask for help. Just because you are a person that believes he or she is important to their downline doesn't mean you're immune to help. Always be humble, always be coachable, and always be ready to ask. A closed mouth doesn't get fed, right? I remember that I was at the height of my career, and there was one thing that someone shared on stage one day, someone who's nowhere near my rank, right? But I went to him afterwards, I'm like, you know what, that was really interesting. Can you teach me about that? It doesn't matter what rank people are. It doesn't matter what position you are. Ego has no place in leadership. When ego gets involved, leadership goes out the window, right? Just because you hit a rank does not mean you need to have ego. This is a very, very toxic mentality that unfortunately is very prevalent in our industry. You know, it doesn't matter what you have done in your life. You are not more important than any other human being. We are all humans. We are all the same. And the moment you understand that, and the moment you internalize that, you will see that you will be a much better leader. You'll be a much better friend. You'll be a much better mother or father or sister or brother or whatever it is. You know, there is no position in this business for people to come and flaunt their ego. So be ready to ask. If you don't know something, if you don't understand an intricacy, ask. If you don't have anyone to ask, contact me. Contact Amador and Hisham and Doctor and Bilal and Salman and Sanu. Contact, you know, the blue diamonds of the company. Doctor previously spoke about cross recruiting. Someone came to me the other day and said, you know what, there is a person in another team and they are not happy to work there. And they didn't know I was in the business, so now they want to join me. And I said, okay, what did you say? He said, well, I told them I'll speak to you. I said, you already failed them. The reply you just gave to them as a leader, you potentially destroyed their career. Because instead of telling them, no problem, stay where you are, we are one family, we're going to work together, you stay there, I will help you, I don't need anything in return because I know eventually you'll come back to me. If you do that,
You just made that person's career, you set them up for success. But the answer that you gave them, that let me check, this already is a detrimental answer. Detrimental answer. You are already killing that person, because now what you're telling them is there is a possibility that I'm going to cross-recruit you. And we have a zero tolerance policy on cross-recruiting. We do not tolerate it from anyone. It doesn't matter what your position is. You can be a black diamond, you can be a crown diamond. Someone proves you cross-recruited someone, you will be cancelled immediately. It doesn't matter. So you have to understand that this is the policy of the company. But you need to make a policy for yourself. As a leader, know that when someone comes and asks you for something, have the responsibility to give them the best possible answer. To give them the answer that not only benefits you financially, but put yourself in the shoes of that person and actually try and add value. When you add value to people, it is such an amazing concept. Anyone who has tried it has seen the results. Value will come back to you. It's a universal law. Never does it not work. Add enough value to people, you will see incredible value in your life. Don't just think about money, guys. Don't just think about commissions. We pay you according to a comp plan that is amazing, right? And if you want to work, go out and work. There's a lot of people out there. But don't ruin other people's careers who are new to the industry by giving them toxic messages, right? So that was just a point on that. And once you have done all that, guys, it's really about action. Look, we can give you all the theory you want. And right now, it's an incredible, time in the company. A month ago, we launched the company. We have done incredible stuff as a family, as a community, as a unit so far around the world. We've been expanding massively. We've got amazing promotions. This week we just had 2 new blue diamonds, Alexi Robert and Hakeem Magnesi. Well done, guys. Incredible work. We had diamonds popping from all over the world. We have emeralds. I saw a picture the other day. One of the guys, they put a poster and there's like 15 or 12 emeralds, right? We just launched, right? Like, it's amazing, amazing progress, and big, round of applause for every single one of you around the world. And this is what we're going to do. This is what we need, right? So this all-out massive action, in the beginning of the year, we started a 90-day game plan. That 90-day game plan got us in March to where we are right now. Now imagine where we are going to get if we do another one, and we're going to start that from the Emerald Retreat. So the Emerald Retreat that's about to come, and here's the thing, right? And here's what I really want to share on this call with you guys. We have an Emerald Retreat coming up. This is going to be in the first week of June. The final day to qualify for this Emerald Retreat is the end of this month, the 30th of April, 2022. And what are you going to qualify for? The first Emerald Retreat of Validus, and the only Emerald Retreat ever that's going to bring all the emeralds from around the world in one retreat. After this retreat, each retreat will be based on regions, because we won't have enough space for all the emeralds, right? Even this one, we're going to have almost 200 emeralds by the end of this month and above. So this will be the only retreat where the entire world will combine. So here's my invitation to you. Every single person on this call. If you're a sapphire, it's 2 positions up. If you're a ruby, it's 1 position up. Get to emerald. Get to emerald. Do not miss out. Get to emerald ASAP. Make sure that you get there. Make sure that you make something big happen, right? You have the potential. Make sure you make it. This is your target. This is your goal. Don't let anything come in between. It's just $250,000 on each side. You find 10 people on each side to help you do 25K, you're done, right? Set a plan, put it on paper, I have paper here right now in front of me. Put a paper in front of you, draw it out, make it real, and go and do it. That is it, right? And then any challenge you face, you just overcome it, as long as the goal is set. Now, other than the Emerald Retreat, we also have some crazy trips coming up, and I'll share that with you guys in a second. Okay. All right, so This is the other one, right? The unity leads to prosperity. Here's a very interesting concept for you guys, okay? From the day I started network marketing till today, always what I've really thought is wherever I am a small piece in a massive puzzle. I never thought of myself as the center. You know, you may be the lead character in your story, but it's about time you realize that you are not the lead character in other people's story, right? And when you think about a network, when you think about people being involved, it's very selfish to put everything, make everything about you. So if we, instead of that, think of Validus as a global network, a ball with massive, thousands and tens of thousands. Apparently, we've reached 70,000. We almost 80,000 members now. Imagine these 80,000 members around the world, right? That they are all connected, and this is growing and growing, and you are just one dot in that. And because you are part of it, you can make all these amazing success. That thought, if all of us want to prioritize at the very to make sure that this company grows, which is good for everyone, and then to make sure that your network is making money and your network is being looked after, which is your personal responsibility over your network, and then to make sure that you're good and you're making money. If that's your priority, guys, and that's the priority for everyone in the network, we will be a force to be reckoned with. No one will be able to compete with what we're going to do. But it needs to be in that order. So we need to focus together to make sure that we are one unit, one family, and we really, really support each other. We want each other to grow. There should be no malice. Grow out of negativity. Grow out of hate and envy and jealousy. Grow out of it. The other day someone messaged me and he said, I don't see you behaving the same way. I'm like, yeah, I grew. I'm not the same person. I grew, right? When you grow, you will leave behind all those things that hold you back, right? And they are most of the time the things that stop you from growing. Don't worry about what other people do. Someone didn't join your team. Someone said no. Someone behaved in a different way with you. So what? What are you going to do about it? Can you control that person? No. So control what you can and don't worry about the rest. And the final thing before we go to the schedule for the next coming weeks and months is we have all heard this phrase that the average millionaire has 7 different streams of income. And what this does is it confuses a lot of people. So I posted this in some groups the other day because I think it's very important for networkers to understand what I'm about to say. So pay really close attention, guys, so you don't misunderstand me, okay? Don't confuse how they made their money with how they invest their money, right? We can't say that the average billionaire flies in a private jet, so to become a billionaire, you need to fly in a private jet. Does that make sense? So yes, the average millionaire has 7 different streams of income, but that's not how they made their money. So listen to this very carefully. In order to make money, you need to take a lot of risk with a little bit of money. And you need to go all in. You need to focus on one avenue that can deliver, and you need to dedicate everything in there to make sure that you have a very, very solid stream of income. Cash flow. That's the first thing that you need. I was in Paris and I told everyone in Paris, for those of you who remember, right? What was it, guys? If anyone was in Paris, just put in the textbooks. What did we say? What is the very first goal that you need to get to, right? Where are the Parisians at? What's the first goal that you need to get to? I'm not seeing the chat books, guys. There you go, right? All right. Azim Nassar remembers it. Okay, Stephen Ram, there you go. So people are writing it, right? 10,000 a week. 10,000 a week. 10,000 a week. We were just speaking about that, right? And the reason I say that is because once you get to a stage of cash flow, then you can think about increasing the streams of income by making your money work for you. That's how you have multiple streams of income. But if you're thinking that you're going to do 7 different businesses actively at the same time, you're crazy. So if you're going to make money, put 100% focus on one avenue. be obsessed with what you're going to do. Be super, super focused with this business. If this is going to be that system, if you have something better, great, go, you know, and I'm not saying this is, you know, the only way. If you have something better, you have something that suits you more, go. I want you to be happy, right? Hopefully next year we can sit down and have a millionaire's meal together, right? But if this is what you are doing, make it your priority, focus 100%. And once you get to the stage when you're making money, then go and you can actually diversify your streams of income. Okay? So the way to make money, as I said, is to take a lot of risk and a little bit of money and go hard. And the way to keep your money is to take a little bit of risk on a lot of money. And that's when you start investing and diversifying. Okay? And by the way, on that note, for those of you who are at 10,000 a week, or those of you who have a lot of money outside of Validus, the project that Jeremy shared, we have an allocation of roughly $500,000 for that project. It's closing, I believe, this coming week. So if anyone is interested, I know some of you already messaged me, we collected some funds. If anyone else is interested to go into that project, make sure that you let me
you want to
know.
order now or later?
Bilal, you're unmuted, bro.
Let's say come.
Bilal? Okay, thank you, bro. All right, so the next thing that we're going to speak about, is the upcoming events. Okay, so let me finish this and screen sharing. Stop. All right, so this is for the leaders, and the reason we are here mainly is because we want you guys to know what we're about to do. We want you guys to be the first to hear what we're about to do. Okay. Where am I spotlighting? Cool. So every single one of you, you are people who are leading some, you know, at least, you know, 2 to 5 people. Now, what we're about to do is we're about to plan a 4-week series of incredible weekly calls, right? And that is every single Saturday. But on top of that, from the 7th and 8th, that weekend of May, we are every single week in another country doing either a national event or a bigger regional event. Every single week. So we are 7th and 8th of May, I believe we're in Netherlands. I'm still waiting for the leaders to confirm. Osama will let us know. Then the week after that, we're going to be in Vietnam, 14th and 15th of May. The week after that, we're going to be in Croatia, 21st, 22nd of May. The week after that is still unconfirmed by the country, so I'll let them confirm. The week after that, we have the Emerald Retreat, most likely in Malta, right? But we're going to announce the exact location and dates and everything. It'll be finalized this week. The week after that, we're in South Africa. The week after that, we're in Paris. The week after that, we're in Latin America. The week after that, we're in Canada. Then we're in Australia. Then we're in Asia again. Like, we are covering the entire world, right? And every single event will have the corporate members, or at least 1 or 2 or 3 corporate members there. And it's going to be incredible. So what I want you guys to understand is we are, okay, UK, let's plan it. Let's do UK as well, right? And what we are doing now is we are preparing for a global 90-day game plan once again. A global 90-day game plan. And this will be, again, the second and the last global 90-day game plan we're going to do, because after this, it's going to grow too big. But this is going to start from the Emerald Retreat. So the Emerald Retreat is on the first week of June. The first week of June, we're going to have the Emerald Retreat. From that retreat, we're going to go 90 days hard out. And what you have up until then is you have enough time to prepare. You have 6 weeks, which is perfectly fine. 6 weeks as a pre-90-day game plan preparation phase. Now, for those of you who don't know what a 90-day game plan is, go on YouTube and type Eric Worre 90-day game plan and educate yourself, because 90 days can change your life. Every single great leader in this industry, in 90 days of concentrated action, has exploded his career and his business. So every single one of you can do the exact same. Now, we've been on this call for over 2 hours now, and some people have left, some people are still here. It doesn't make a difference. The ones who are here, I want you to know this, okay? with or without anyone, we are going to take this company to $1 billion. That decision was made long before 99% of you joined. And we love and respect every single person who's coming here. But together, as a team, if we really focus, our goal that we had for 2024, we can hit it much earlier. And I've been telling some leaders, now listen to how crazy this is. Listen to how crazy this is, right? If we get to a stage where we're doing $10 million in daily revenue by this October, we will be $1 billion company by the end of the year. Did you guys just hear that, right? If we reach by October to $10 million a day in revenue, we're going to be $1 billion company by the end of the year. Now, are we saying that's going to happen? Maybe. But together, if we want it to happen, there's no one that can stop us. Do you understand that? And imagine if we make that happen. In the year of the launch, hit 9 digits. Isn't that ridiculous? Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. We got 250 members on this call still remaining. 254. Every single one of you leaders, every single one of you capable, every single one of you visionaries, every single one of you crazy people, right? Every single one of you ridiculously crazy to spend your Saturday afternoon for 3 hours on this call with us, right? Or Saturday evening or morning, wherever you are. Now imagine if we divide 10 million a day between you guys, how much is that really? You know, how much do each of you need to do to reach 10 million a day? And I'll give you the answer. Between 250, that's 40,000 a day that each of you need to reach from your entire organizations by October. If every single person here, 40K in new billing, in your new line by October, we can hit $1 billion this year. Let's see, guys, right? I leave the ball in your court. We're going to do this series of events. We're going to support you guys in the best way possible. We're going to host the maddest, craziest Emerald Leadership Retreat ever. It's going to be beyond whatever you've seen. It's going to be crazy. Over 200 people gathered in one area, right? And that's one to remember, guys. So make sure you qualify for that. And from there onwards, let's see what we can do in that 90-day plan. Because from June, July, August, September, we reach October. So this 90-day game plan ends in October, right? Now, if you believe that we can do that, just put a yes in the chat box. Let me see how many people are actually with me. Because some people, they may act like they're here, but how many of you actually believe that we can do something crazy? And how many of you are ready to take action? Put a bigger yes if you're ready to take action against that, right? Let's make this happen, guys. And imagine what that will do for your organization, for your team, for every single person in your contacts, right? What we're building is crazy. And look, maybe we reach $1 billion, maybe we don't this year. We'll definitely reach it next year or the year after. But if we work together like this, we are going to condition ourselves for the greatest level of success. The Crown Wealth Club is there to make a community of global wealthy entrepreneurs, networkers. And let's be loyal to each other. Let's be connected to each other, right? How many of you actually love to be in a company where there's ethics, where there's loyalty, where, you know, the owners of the company constantly speak about, you know, how we can make it better for you, how we can stop stuff. Isn't that incredible? You know, I've been searching for something like this my entire career. And for those of you who are new to the industry, you have no idea how rare and special and valuable this is. And how every single member that you saw today on the call, all the blue diamonds and emeralds and all these leaders, how much aligned we are in our vision. That's something rare. So I'm very, very blessed and grateful and thankful to every single one of you. I think that this was a super successful first Sapphire Plus leadership call. Next week, we're going to have one of the corporate members with a guest speaker on the call, and that will follow for the next 4 weeks. And we're going to have translations every single week. And if there is a language that you would like to be translated, just get in touch with us. We paid thousands and thousands of dollars to have this function here on Zoom. And we invest in this because we know it's worth it. And we want everyone to be connected. So this week we had 350 plus Sapphires Plus. Next week, we need to have minimum 1,500 people on this call. Every single one of you, bring 5 people with you from your team. Let's make the weekly calls of the company the biggest ones and take it to the next level, right? Let's do something incredible together, guys. We're here to break records. We're here to create a legacy. We're here to really turn a lot of necks. Take pictures of this call, post it all over social media, tag the company, tag me, tag all the people. Let's do something incredible. And right now, to close off the call, we're going to recognize the new blue diamonds of this company. Let's give it up for Mr. Alexei Robert and Mr. Hakim McNassi. I don't know if you're here on the call, guys. If you're here, just raise your hand. I want you to come and quickly speak for a few minutes with everyone. We want to recognize you. Alexei or Hakim, are you here on the call? Alexei, Hakim? Raise your hand if you're on the call or drop a chat box. Okay. Maybe they had to leave or something. Let me just quickly search. Yeah, I found the Alexei. I can see it. Alexei, I asked you to unmute yourself. Can you speak? Alexei? No? Okay. Never mind, that's fine.
Yes,
anyway,
bonsoir.
So congratulations.
Yes, bonsoir.
Hey, Alexei. Yes, amazing.
You listen to me?
Yes, we can hear you, brother. Welcome. Well done. We're proud of you, bro. Blue Diamond.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mansour. Je vais faire simple parce que ma connexion n'est pas bonne. Comme Mansour l'a dit, je m'appelle Alexis Robert. On a atteint avec mon associé Hakim la position de Blue Diamond il y a maintenant en 35 jours, en 5 semaines. Et je vous garantis que cette aventure-là, ce qui nous a séduit en premier d'une, c'est l'échange qu'on a eu avec les fondateurs, Mansour, Dr Paris également. On a pu voir Warfriend visiter les bureaux et on était rassurés vraiment de cette entreprise. J'aimerais dire un grand merci, a big thank you for my friend Hicham Larej, parce que sans lui, rien n'aurait été possible. Je la refais en français. Parce que c'est vrai qu'il nous a ouvert les portes de cette opportunité. On a pu jeter un œil à l'éducation financière aujourd'hui avec le côté de rentabilité sur un package. C'était quelque chose d'inédit et on est vraiment fiers et contents de représenter cette nouvelle ère. Donc, je vous garantis que mon message sur le call, c'est que si on l'a fait, tout le monde est capable de le faire. Souvent, quand on voit ce type de position-là, on se dit, bon, ils ont peut-être plus de chance que nous, mais je vous garantis qu'on a travaillé jour et nuit pendant 5 semaines et on a juste appliqué tous les conseils qui ont été donnés sur ce Zoom-là. Donc vraiment, moi, j'ai un conseil à vous donner à tous les saphirs avant de laisser la parole à mon associé, c'est soyez coachables, faites les choses étape par étape, day after day, night after night. Je vous garantis que le succès est récompensé pour les efforts qu'on met. Donc un grand merci. Je ne sais pas si la connexion est bonne, je suis en direct de Punta Cana et je vous garantis que la liberté n'a pas de prix, allez la chercher, on peut aller la chercher avec Validus. Belle journée à tous. Mansour.
Thank you very much, my friend. Welcome and you've done an amazing job, bro. Okay, Alexei, thank you. Hakim, are you there? Hakim, I just asked you to unmute.
Yes, you hear me, Mansour?
Yes, I hear you, brother.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing
thank
work.
you very much. Thank you very much. Bonjour à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien. Donc moi je m'appelle Hakim, j'habite à Bruxelles. Donc merci et c'est vraiment un privilège d'être sur cet appel. Je tenais vraiment à vous remercier tous pour être présents sur cet appel. Et cette position de Blue Diamond qu'on a pu faire avec Alexis, c'est juste une position incroyable qu'on a pu faire en moins de 5 semaines. Mais surtout, je tenais à remercier toutes les personnes qui ont pu contribuer à cette position parce que c'est un travail commun. C'est grâce à vous tous qui avez cru en cette opportunité, qui avez fait les choses tous les jours, qu'on a pu atteindre cette position. Donc je tenais vraiment à vous féliciter et vous dire un grand merci pour pouvoir nous avoir permis d'avoir atteint cette position. En tout cas, ce travail, c'est un travail d'équipe. Croyez-moi, si on a pu le faire en 5 semaines, ça n'a pas été de la chance, ça n'a pas été juste du hasard, mais ça a été de la détermination, du travail tous les jours. Okay, moi, j'ai une règle d'or qui m'aide tous les jours à pouvoir atteindre mes objectifs, c'est la persévérance. Okay, la persévérance, c'est quelque chose de primordial, okay, parce que sans la persévérance, on ne peut pas aller au bout, on ne peut pas atteindre nos objectifs, on ne peut pas justement aller chercher cette liberté financière qu'on recherche tous. Okay, et après cela, sans oublier, il ne faut pas oublier qu'il y a un travail d'équipe, mais surtout, il faut le support et l'aide des personnes qui nous accompagnent, telles que Mansour, le vice-président des ventes, la corporate, qui nous permettent de mettre des outils extrêmement puissants, qui permettent à chacun d'entre nous de pouvoir réussir. Et c'est surtout ça, les outils. Toutes les personnes peuvent réussir dans cette industrie et toutes les personnes aujourd'hui présentes peuvent réussir grâce à Validus. tout le monde, peu importe votre background, votre bagage. Et la dernière personne que je voulais remercier, pas les moindres, c'est notre VP des ventes, Mr. Hicham Larej, qui m'a permis d'avoir cette opportunité entre les mains et qui aujourd'hui est là tous les jours sur les terrains, jour et nuit à travailler avec nous pour pouvoir nous aider à atteindre nos objectifs. En tout cas, un grand merci à vous. Je souhaite à tous et à toutes le succès. Je vous vois très très vite. Aujourd'hui, on est saphir, mais dans les prochains calls de émeraude, diamant et plus, pour pouvoir justement vous féliciter, surtout promotionner et vivre cette promotion juste incroyable. Merci à vous.
Amazing.
Mansour,
Amazing. Thank you so much, brother. Amazing work, man. Really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay, so how do I do this? Okay. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, these guys, they hit Blue Diamond in 5 weeks. 5 weeks. And I have to give it back to the guy who made this all possible, Mr. Hicham Larej. Well done. Amazing work, brother. We're very proud of you, your leadership and everything that you've been doing for the company. Can't wait to keep going and keep taking it to the next level. And guys, this is just an inspiration. So far they're the fastest Blue Diamonds in the company. Let's see if anyone's going to beat them anytime soon. The market is open. It's the same comp plan everyone's working on. So, you just got to get to work and you got to make sure you do something big. So let's do it, guys. I'm excited. If you guys are excited as well, then let's hear it one more time. Thank you very much to every single person who presented today. For those of you who are here on the call still, 2.5 hours down the line, 222 people. Amazing. Well done to every single one of you. And let's do these leadership calls more often. We'll do at least one a month, but the next 4 weeks will be open to everyone. Okay. So thank you very much once again for being here. I'll be closing the call now. If anyone wants to take part in the Crown Wealth Club, just let us know. And for anything else, we'll keep you updated. We have a lot of different updates, payment systems coming and new systems and all of these as we've been telling you. But we'll update you through the private channels of the company. So thank you guys. We'll get the recording as well. Have a great, great, great weekend and see you somewhere around the world very, very soon. Thank you to all the translators as well. You guys were absolutely amazing. Take care. Bye-bye.